So, turns out after this week, we'll be watching the backup quarterback football league.
Welcome back to the James and Dame Show. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Will.
And today we're going over week 2 recaps because I don't know what the heck happened this week. I wouldn't say this week was more chaotic than week 1, but there were some interesting matches. I will say that. I guess we can just jump straight into it, honestly, because there's quite a few games that were pretty significant. Obviously, Thursday night, Packers, Commanders, Packers with a win. I'm not too surprised. Green Bay hosted. It's home field advantage. You're not going to win there. Jaden Daniels struggled a bit for that first half.
I mean, Commanders' offense is struggling. I think their O-line struggles are showing a lot more this year.
Yep.
On top of the much improved Packers D-line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Packers are looking pretty good. Commanders are concerningly looking more like that Houston Texans year 2 than I was hoping, but we'll see. Maybe they'll be able to bounce back later in the season. But Jaden Daniels fighting for his life while Packers kind of cruised. Player I wanted to talk about from this one would be Tucker Kraft, who had kind of a career day.
Kraft was all over the place. I don't know how they couldn't stop him, but so much for defense, right?
Yeah. But I mean, question really is just like are the Packers legit? Because you played the Lions last week, didn't look very good. You played the Commanders this week, didn't look very good. Are these teams just not as good as they were last year, or are these teams actually good teams and the Packers are just that good?
I mean, I did talk to a couple, just one particular Packers fan. I told him that I need to see like the first stretch of games first before I can determine whether the Packers are legit. I'm confident with the defense. The defense, I think, is fine. It's the offense that I'm mostly like, is this just right out of the gate scoring all these touchdowns and then they have like a decline later in the season? I don't know. Like, I need to see. Let's see what Jordan Love does. Not saying I don't believe in him. I just need to see more results. I don't know. I'm not gonna jump on the Packers are like a contender for the Super Bowl this year quite yet. I need to see more from them.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I mean, not saying that they're not bad. I currently have them in my top 5 power rankings right now. So it's kind of hard to say who is really better at the moment, at least from the NFC. So
yeah. But moving along, a game I want to talk kind of about, because I think last week there were some questions about it. Yeah. This week, now I feel like it's not just, week 1, but now that we get to actually start questioning if this is reality.
Yeah.
Colts Broncos.
Oh, no, it could have been like any of the 4 games that I was thinking of. Yeah, Colts Broncos. Indiana Jones?
He's doing pretty well. Like, he's not scoring. He doesn't have ridiculous passing touchdowns.
No, but he's
putting up the yards. He's been efficient. He's not turning the ball over.
Yeah.
He's doing what he needs to win. And he's not just relying on Jonathan Taylor, but he's working really well with him.
It's not like that, what was it, 2022, 2023 season where they went to the playoffs Daniel Jones and that whole offense was Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. It's not that so far.
Daniel Jones, he's doing stuff.
Yeah. He's making the most of what he has.
Their defense doesn't look horrible.
No. It's improved.
Broncos defense is
Struggle.
kind of concerning, at least for what we expected.
Yeah.
Not quite where we expected, but
I didn't expect the Colts to win.
I
don't think anybody really did.
It's really hard to jump on the train of the Colts, especially with what happened with the Saints last year.
Yep. So I'm very cautious right now too.
It kind of feels similar when you look at this team where it's like you have Jonathan Taylor, and then this quarterback that do we really like big question marks. It looks good, but still big question marks. And a receiving core that's pretty solid, that's doing pretty well. It's
either the Saints from last year or the Colts are actually legit contenders for the AFC South. I don't know.
Which apparently the AFC South is not as cut and dry as we thought it was.
No,
and
it's actually somewhat competitive at the moment.
They might make us eat our words this year because
that's what I was kind of hoping.
You especially were very low on the Colts this year.
I was like, the Colts were the AFC version of the Saints. That's how I described them as. I mean, I'm not wrong. I mean,
well, we'll have
they don't know how to rebuild properly. Their whole team was built around a quarterback that isn't even there anymore. That was the story of both of those teams for like 4 years. So,
yeah. Looking at the Broncos side, Bo Nix had a pretty solid day. Again, defense kind of just let up a little too much. Some people are a little skeptical of Bo Nix right now. I think he's doing pretty well. He's not like perfect, but you didn't go out and get the number one quarterback in the class. You went and got like the third or fourth. And admittedly, he's still a first-round pick, and I think he's performing very well. They're just people are. When you get like the fourth or fifth, you're not getting the flashiest quarterback.
No,
you're just looking for a guy who can go out there and do what needs to be done to win games, and I think he's doing enough. This one came down to a Daniel Jones game-winning drive, setting up a game-winning field goal.
Yep.
Not really what we're used to.
No.
But I don't have much else on that one. Do you have a game you want to talk about in particular?
Let's see here. I mean, I can quickly recap a couple of these. Lions, Bears. The Bears are who we thought they were. Pretty easily to summarize that. Steelers, Seahawks. That's the one where I was a bit concerned of, especially when I saw them tied up in the third quarter or whatever it was. And I saw Caleb Johnson literally butchering the kickoff return or whatever it was. Sweet justice. An Iowan and a Steelers doing terrible. Yes, I'm still salty. But other than that, a bit concerning. Aaron Rodgers is dying behind that O-line. They're not giving him enough time. So offense is going to struggle again. That doesn't surprise me. Let's see here. Bengals are now 2-0 at the cost of Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I guess that one actually is kind of an interesting game to talk about because that one kind of came down to the wire from what I saw.
It did. It was pretty much like it was the last couple minutes that decided that game.
Other than 5 interceptions in that game,
yeah,
there was kind of a crazy amount of like points going back and forth. I got 58 total points with 5 turnovers. Kind of feels almost Big 12-ish.
It is very Big 12-ish. The thing is that you had a backup quarterback in Jake Browning trying to lead the Bengals offense. He did pretty decently. He's a good backup. My concern was how well Trevor Lawrence was going to do on the road. He didn't do awful.
I mean, other than the turnovers, he seemed to have a pretty good day. It's just those 2 interceptions that really hurt him.
Yeah, I mean, especially against the Bengals defense. I don't know. That's kind of concerning. But I mean, to be completely honest, this game could have gone either way, and nobody would have been surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
it I don't know.
it really did. It came down to the wire. Kind of choked away from on the Jags end. But I mean, if you're Jags, you're looking for hope, and you're looking for something out of Trevor. That's
after that monster contract.
Yeah, that's all you're looking for there. And if you're the Bengals, nothing really matters. You're going to be without Joe Burrow for 3 months. Can you muster together, 4 more wins in that time?
Ugh, yeah.
Because that's like, depending. So the injury there from turf toe, he needs surgery. It's going to be about 3 months, is what we expect.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 months is going to put you in, middle of December?
Something like that.
They're
not looking too great right now. Unless that it's going to be like one of those things where he like miraculously gets healed within a month or whatever it is, and he comes back like week 8 or something.
Right now, you're looking at they probably need to make the playoffs with Jake Browning or whoever their quarterback's going to be. They've been making quarterback moves. Whoever it's going to be, you're going to have to probably make the playoffs with them because you're going to get maybe like 2 or 3 weeks with Joe Burrow before regular season, and that's on the early end.
On the early end, yeah. So we'll see what that goes into. Hopefully, I pray for a speedy recovery for Burrow because, like I been saying, fix that damn O-line. Here we are.
This is what happens when you pick Jamar Chase.
Yep. I mean, good pick, but also why?
Yeah. Yeah, that's just
reality.
Which, I mean, speaking of 14 receptions for 165 yards and a touchdown for Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're there.
But,
yeah, Bengals pulled that one out, and, yeah. Another kind of, I think it's kind of crazy. Cowboys-Giants.
Oh,
I feel like this is the first time we've had a good matchup between these two.
In a long time, yes. Because they went for touchdown to touchdown, came down to the wire. Obviously, Aubrey kicked the game-winning field goal because you know how Aubrey is.
Not just the game-winning field goal, but the game-tying one that sent it to overtime.
Yeah, like it was both. Like you can't deny the fact that the Cowboys got a kicker that's like up there. Like he's really good. Russell Wilson was even balling out. Like you don't see that very often these days, but Russell Wilson was doing pretty well. So.
I'm so happy after he got so much backlash that he had this game, and he was like, what? Oh, what was the stat? He was like the first quarterback to have, or it was the first Giants quarterback to go. Was it 450 yards and 3 touchdowns?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
something like that. But yeah, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had a good game. There was a good offense there, or a lot of good offense, not so much defense. Neighbors
carried my fantasy team.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, Wan'Dale Robinson, and CeeDee Lamb all over 100 yards.
Yep.
And there was, what was it? 984 total yards of offense in this game.
Yep.
I threw the comment of Big 12 football out before. Definitely the case here.
This is Big 12 football. Like summarized into one game.
And Giants losing in Giants fashion.
That's just a yearly tradition.
It really is.
Also, I did see, statistic-wise, Giants, when it comes down to game-winning field goals from like a certain amount of yards, Giants are 4th of those since like 2002, I think it was, which is very bad. So basically what I'm saying is the Giants have lost so many games off of game-winning field goals from the other team by like a certain amount of yards, like distance from whatever. So
I'd be curious what exactly.
there's a specific stat somewhere out there, but I saw it like once and it just disappeared off my phone. I wanted to save it, but I didn't know where it went. So typical Giants fashion.
And then
We can quickly skim over a couple of these. Ravens, Browns.
Browns were the Browns.
Browns gonna Browns.
It was, like Lamar had 4 touchdowns, but for the most part, the offense didn't do much.
Yeah,
It was
I know.
Derrick Henry fans or Derrick Henry fantasy
owners.
users are seething right now.
2.3 points.
Yep, he's still the favorite for offensive player of the year, by the way.
After that performance. Anyway, Rams, Titans. Rams are pretty decent.
Rams.
Not surprised.
That game was actually pretty close until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was a shootout, quote unquote, for a little bit. There wasn't much wiggle room between the lead for a while, and then the Rams just pulled away in the last minute or last quarter.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
I was just gonna add, if you're the Titans, the one thing you can take away is your offense. You got to see some of your rookies actually perform pretty well.
Yeah,
So
like there were some positives from that side. I mean, you're not going to be great this year, so
you scored touchdowns, better than last week. That is improvement.
It's improvement.
But you were saying the 49ers.
Niners, Saints, not surprised, but also a little close for comfort there for the 49ers because
Mac Jones, that's what you get.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Saints made it close last week too, so
They just are keeping it competitive, I guess. I don't know what else you want me to say there.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised, but also it being close is kind of. I'm iffy on the 49ers right now.
I don't trust them.
I'm also at a point where I'm like, maybe the Saints won't go 0-17. Because they're at least making them
forget you
close.
put them at 0-17.
But like they're really bad. But let's see
Bad
what
as
else.
the Browns, or do you think the Browns are worse?
We'll get.
I'm
to
leaning
that.
towards the Browns right now, but
Yeah, I feel like the Browns will squeak one out though. Saints, I feel like it might just be bad enough to where they lose all of theirs in
right.
heartbreaking fashion. But
all right. Skim over a couple more of these. Patriots close win against the Dolphins. You know it's bad when they were flying a plane with a banner of like fire. I think it was the GM and fire Daniel. Like, just
they're just not in a good spot. Their offense looked a lot better.
Tyreek Hill's throwing tantrums on the sideline again. So,
Offense looked a lot better for the Dolphins. That's your positive takeaway.
Yeah.
Tua was not atrocious.
This time.
Your defense kind of fell apart.
Yeah, that was the give for this team.
But the Dolphins are in a rough place. Patriots not looking as good as we kind of hoped from them, but they're competitive.
That's all it can be right now,
Yeah.
especially with these first few games.
Bills Jets, another AFC East game that
I'm
was
so surprised that the Bills won this game.
Josh
Color
Allen
me shocked.
didn't do like anything.
No, he just kind of chilled. Like, what are the Jets gonna do?
It was the James Cook show,
Yeah, pretty much.
and I just don't know what to say from the Jets. It was not a good showing.
No, it was terrible.
They moved to 0-2 at home. Not a great record at home, but
It
was
pretty bad.
It was pretty rough. Josh Allen had a bloody nose from that one.
Oh yeah, I did see something.
That was-
yeah.
I feel like very talked about, even though it's a bloody nose in football. That doesn't seem like it should be.
You don't usually see that.
I mean, yeah, but it's like there's guys like breaking their legs, and you're like, he has a bloody nose.
Yeah, like you don't expect that out of somebody like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's getting a lot of attention, and I'm like, I'm okay.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see.
Next game that we can just skim over: Cardinals and Panthers. I expected it to be a close game.
It really wasn't that close. Panthers clawed their way back last minute. Like, it was, what was it, 27-9, I think it was. And that was probably about maybe a little more than like halfway through the fourth. And then Panthers went down and scored. Got to stop. Went down and scored again. And then got the ball back with like a minute or so. And I was like,
are they going to do it?
well, this is the second week the Cardinals have done this against a not very good NFC South opponent where they just let them get way too close.
Yeah.
But they closed it out. Their defense held.
For the moment, yeah.
But
it's not looking too great.
They
got some things to work on over here.
I don't know how to feel about the Cardinals right now.
I don't trust them. Same with the 49ers.
Panthers looked a little bit better, though.
Yeah, they're all right. Okay, so this is the game that I wanted to talk about for sure. Eagles and Chiefs. We all know the story. Eagles went into Kansas City. I wouldn't say barely won, but at least
on paper, it looks like a barely win, but
it was pretty much done and done.
Patrick Mahomes was doing everything he could to stay in this game. Like,
it's kind of hard to do that when your star tight end can't seem to catch a ball these days. He's too focused on his girlfriend in the sound booth.
Fiance.
Sorry, fiance. My bad. Sorry, Swifties.
But yeah, it was like Eagles. They've not been super convincing.
No, but they've been at least winning these games. And when people are like, "Oh, they barely beat the Chiefs," well, the Chiefs barely had an offense. Like, what do you like?
Well, doesn't that help prove their point?
Kind of. I'm just trying to think of negatives on both sides because, like,
it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs are still a really good competitive team.
They have weapons.
Their defense is still good. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, and you have Andy Reid.
Yeah.
They're lacking weapons around him, so it should have been a comfortable win. But the Eagles are kind of just doing, and it seems like they're kind of just doing enough.
Yeah.
Because you kept it close with the Cowboys. I'm curious to see if playing the way they have is going to result in some losses.
It probably will. I'm getting not too much of it, but like 2023 Eagles, where they start out somewhat strong, not super convincing, and then they'll have a lot of losses. Not like a ton, but like they'll have some unconvincing wins, and then there'll be a few losses where it's like, okay, now this is the real Eagles team. So I'm curious to see what kind of team we get later down the stretch. But Eagles, at the moment, are still pretty decent. To be completely fair, they don't really have to do too much.
No, I mean they just have such a good team that
like they don't really need to do that much, but
they
can't let that just be the standard. Like you can't just barely win your games. You have to be convincing. Which is why I didn't trust the Chiefs last year, because they didn't convince me that they were a good team, and then the Super Bowl happened and proved my point.
Focus on wrapping up the last 3 games.
Yes.
I'm not going to give much to the Falcons and Chargers. Falcons was the Viking. It was a
game.
The Vikings were unable to do anything. Falcons were a little. They give me some concerns at their ability to finish drives, but Bijan looked phenomenal.
Yep. He's the heart and soul of that team.
Vikings have announced that J.J. McCarthy's going to be out for a few weeks with an injury, so they're going to be searching for a backup. They just signed Desmond Ridder. They still have Carson Wentz. So that'll be interesting, but Falcons kind of cruise to a victory. Chargers, Raiders, another one of those games where this one really wasn't that close.
No.
Geno threw an interception on the first play of the game.
Yep.
And
that summarized the entire game. Geno Smith did not look that great. Pretty rough night overall for the Raiders. Chargers, that defense is still pretty good.
The thing I really am interested in, because we've talked about Justin Herbert too, and him being pretty good. Yeah. Quentin Johnston is still looking pretty good. Like
I had him on my fantasy, and at a certain rate, I was like, is it possible to get a 60-point comeback with 3 players on my team right now? It didn't happen, obviously. I was still 10 points short. But 50 points between 3 players is still pretty good. And Quentin Johnston got me, I think, what was it, 15 or 17 of those points? So, like, it was still a pretty good performance from him.
He's been playing pretty well, so I'm happy to see him kind of have that bounce back after his rookie year. But, yeah, otherwise, that game was...
It was something.
For the Raiders, Geno's not looking great, but Genty shows some I saw some flash. He had a run where he completely plowed over a defender.
Yes.
While also bouncing off of the defender.
Yes.
And I was like, that's just terrifying.
He's going to be really good one day, and you can't stop him. Once he finds his rhythm, he's
as
gone.
Pete Carroll said, he's breaking into the NFL, and once he shows up, he's going to show up. So I'm excited to see how he looks, but last game of the week to talk about, Buccaneers and Texans. And
what are you thinking?
Texans, they're kind of rough. Their defense looks pretty good, but
holy cow!
My takeaway is, damn Baker.
Yes,
Baker. That clutch gene to close. Like they didn't look great all night.
No,
but
that last drive.
Drive.
There he is.
That was good. That was
absolute cinema.
I'm
absolute cinema.
I loved seeing that, and I was watching in a bar with a bunch of people rooting for the Texans, and I was like, I'm rooting for the Buccaneers. So this is
and then the Buccaneers won. Then it was like
everyone was like, no, and I was like, yeah. No, but yeah,
parlay. They had to hit their parlay. That's what it was.
The Texans, they're not looking great right now.
No. That is a definitive no.
Buccaneers, what is this? Their 5th straight 2-0 start.
Yeah.
I can't put too much faith in them because they do this every year. They
start strong, then they have a weird mid-season form. They just barely start scraping by with wins, and they barely get into the playoffs with like 9 or 10 wins.
And then they go nowhere.
Yeah, they go nowhere.
It's very frustrating.
But Baker Mayfield, he's so good. Yeah, but he can't get anywhere if he has freaking Todd Bowles as head coach.
Yeah,
Bro can't scheme anything. His defenses are terrible, even though he's a defensive-minded head coach.
They're like forever a mid-tier team, and I don't think they're gonna go anywhere
until Todd Bowles leaves.
Until they can, I mean, I don't even know if it needs to be Todd Bowles. I think that's the move, but they just need to be a good team, not
serviceable.
Middle of the.
They can't be serviceable.
Yeah, but I guess that's kind of all the games. Again, quarterback injuries have been kind of intense.
Yes.
This week we saw again, J.J. McCarthy go down, or I guess not really go down, but he's gonna miss some time.
Joe Burrow's out.
Jaden Daniels is questionable.
Questionable. Yep.
Who else? Brock Purdy is still hurt.
Brock Purdy.
At least from what I'm aware of,
I don't think there's any major.
Playing. I know
wide receivers or running backs.
Justin Fields got banged up, I think, a little bit.
He did get banged up. I don't think he's completely out though.
Yeah, I don't think he's expected to miss time, but we're seeing a lot of movement with quarterbacks right now.
They're all going to get injured by like week 5 or something like that.
Kirk Cousins has to get a job somewhere else. Like,
put the fries in the bag, bro. Like, just
for sale chain.
Literally, like. Put a for sale chain on him.
But yeah, I guess kind of move on and hit the last point of this episode. We're back with power rankings.
Yay! All right.
Yay! All right.
10 to 1. So we're gonna start at 10. This is at the moment. A lot of things can change.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kill me. I'm specifically talking to the people online.
Get 'em.
I have the Kansas City Chiefs at 10.
I do understand.
Yeah.
I do understand that. I feel like
2, no weapons. Travis Kelce, if he decides to show up that day,
your offense is Patrick Mahomes.
Rashid Rice won't be there until, was it week 7?
Yeah, he's suspended for 6 games, so week 7. So,
He's not. Yeah, he's not.
I completely get it. There are people who think they shouldn't be a top 10 team at all. There are people who acknowledge like what their schedule is and how tough their situation is and view them as still a top 10 team, maybe even a top 5 team once they get back to form.
The form is very interesting because it's a lot of people are like, this is the year. I'm like, what's the year? This is the year where the Chiefs fall off. Haven't we been saying that the last 2 years? Here we are.
It's a wait and see.
I'm very cautious with that statement, so I'm not gonna jump that ship until we get to like 2/3 of the season.
Speaking of very cautious, my number 10.
Yeah.
I feel like after last year, this is just no surprise. I have the Colts at 10. It's partially because a lot of the 2-0 teams I'm not super confident in.
No. 49ers specifically being one of them.
Even the 500 teams are like, there's a lot of like iffy teams right now.
Yeah, like we don't know who they are until like week 8.
Colts are one of the only teams that actually look just like kind of good right now.
And we said that about the Saints last year.
Yeah, admitted.
Like there's a pattern.
Except the Saints, the difference with the Saints was they were putting up a lot of points, and then they started experiencing injuries at the receiver position,
and then they fell off.
Yeah, and they fell off a bunch. The Colts will have to see, but like right now, I don't really have many other teams I'd be confident or even really comfortable putting in at 10 because.
Who else?
They're playing pretty well. If Daniel Jones can continue to play the way he does, I don't see a reason why they can't remain a fringe top 10 team.
Yeah.
So, I have the Colts there.
Okay. Number 9, Commanders. Rough week against the Packers. It's gonna happen. I'm hoping that they don't turn into the Texans what happened in their sophomore year with C.J. Stroud. I don't know quite yet. That O-line needs to fix its problems. Otherwise, it's going to be a long year. So.
I mean, you have to give a lot of benefit of the doubt to them because week 1 wasn't you played the Giants. It was whatever. Giants looked really bad.
Yeah. Week 2, you faced probably one of the top, if not the top contender for the NFC.
But
supposedly.
They didn't look great is the thing. And so that's why I'm kind of like, I will say I don't have the Commanders in my top 10 right now.
Who do you do then?
At number 9?
Yes.
I have the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, where there's
for similar reasons of like, they're still the Chiefs, but they're not top 5 worthy right now.
No.
So I, for very similar reasons, have them at 9 because they're still able to compete with really good teams with just Patrick Mahomes on offense.
Number 8, Buccaneers. Even though they're 2-0, bit shaky on the defensive front, that offense is going to carry you to a lot of games. So that's what they're doing right now. So I'm not going to change my opinion on that yet.
Interesting. I'm curious where you... I feel like this is going to be mixed feelings, especially with what I've said in the past. At number 8, I have the Detroit Lions, who last week I felt like they had fallen off a lot. This week they looked more back to form.
It's week 1. I take it for a grain of salt.
Is it week 1? Is it the Bears? Is it...
It's probably
just
Bears.
like who knows what it was, but I'm fine putting them at number 8 right now because it's the Lions still, and again, there were not a lot of teams to really. It was kind of tough finding teams that I felt comfortable with in the top 10, so they kind of fit in at 8 for me.
Right. Number 7, the Lions.
Oh, all right. So
I feel the same way.
that's really funny because I have the Bucks at 7.
Well, then we
so
just
it's
switch places.
a little flip flop.
So you said that was 7.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 6, I have the Rams.
I also have the Rams, which is they look good.
They're solid. I'm not gonna complain about them. They're fine. There's not anything that's super glaring at the moment. Maybe a couple things, but that's about it. Stafford, was it he didn't suffer an injury, but he's been dealing with something.
He was dealing with
Back pain or whatever it was.
He was dealing with like a back kind of injury sort of thing in the preseason and the latter end of the offseason. But he's been playing. He seems fine.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see because they're gonna have a tough schedule this year. Curious to see how well they can keep up with some of those tough teams.
Yep.
But yeah, I have the Rams because they're
Number
a
6.
pretty good team.
All right. So
Number 5 now.
Chargers.
I also have the Chargers at 5.
You stop. Stop.
I mean,
it's literally Justin Herbert's looking pretty good. Chargers defense is also great. Quentin Johnston is catching the ball.
I think Jim Harbaugh is just that good of a coach.
I repeat, Johnston is catching balls.
Like, Herbert looks so much better. Johnston looks so much better in the past 2 years. Their defense has been very good.
They went a whole 180 and just became a really solid unit.
Yeah, they're just, like... And they're doing it for the second year in a row where, like, this year the offense, I feel like, is stepping up because...
Big time.
Their run game is a little shaky right now. We'll have to see if Hampton can progress a little bit more throughout the year as a rookie. But they're just... They're playing really well for a team that, like, we kind of expected to be third in the division.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. AFC West is a little exciting right now.
All right. Number 4, right?
Yeah.
4? Okay. Eagles.
Oh, you have them a lot lower than I thought.
Even though they're still a really good team, they're doing what I was fearing that they were going to do, was winning games barely, point-wise, but they're not putting enough effort into these wins. They're not like they're not chucking like 50-yard bombs. Like they're not doing enough to like convince me that they're still the same team from last year. Like they're still dominant. They're winning games convincingly. This is more of a you beat the Chiefs by 3 points. Yes, it was pretty much done by the time you guys got the ball back with that tush push to seal the game. But even then, I don't know. Like they're still a really good unit. It's just they're not as good as they were last year. That's just how it is. But yeah, that's 4.
At 4, I have the Ravens.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, it's honest.
It's pretty. The consistency has been. I mean, we've seen two completely different teams.
Yes.
Week 1, week 2. Week 1, we saw really good offense. Week 2, we saw
Really
defense,
good
special teams.
Yeah.
They need to put it together, and more importantly, stop the good unit when you're against the team you play.
Yes.
Or working like you go against the Browns, your offense struggles, but your defense excels. Their offense is the bad thing. Their defense is the good thing. You go against the Bills. Their Bills' offense is what's really good. Their defense, your defense does well, or your defense doesn't do great, but your offense does well.
Yep.
I need to see them have an offense perform well against a good defense and a defense perform against a good offense. Not just
Pretty fair.
take it. Like if you can obviously win games, taking
Win the
advantage.
games, yes.
But I'd like to see them actually just be better rather than attack a weakness, which is attacking weaknesses is how you win games. But I'd like to see them just play good, like really,
3. I have the Baltimore Ravens here.
Yeah, I figured.
They weren't going to go up there.
I didn't think they were gonna. I was surprised you actually had them over the Eagles.
They at least destroyed the Browns. I feel like the Eagles could have done a little bit more with what they had.
I feel like you give Ravens points because they're exciting. They've been more exciting than the Eagles.
I'm more convinced with the Ravens than I am the Eagles right now.
Interesting.
No.
I mean, I'll take it. At number 3, I have the Packers because, yes, they are very good.
Very
Micah
good
Parsons makes you very good. And yes, Packers fans, Micah Parsons is a lot of what makes you really good. Don't try and tell me without him you'd still be this good.
Yep.
Don't try. But yes, with Micah Parsons, I have you as a top 3 team. You have to be consistent, which has been a lot of their issue, is they can look good for stretches, but right now they look really scary. And if they keep it up, they'll continue to move up because I know one of these teams above them is probably going to drop off at some point if the Packers continue their play. But I have them at 3 because I'm still a little skeptical and I trust these other 2 more.
Okay. Number 2, the Packers. Literally the same reason.
Yeah, that's fair. Number 2, I have the Eagles just because.
Yeah, I mean,
they're winning games. They're doing only what they need, but it's
doing
enough.
what they need is not convincing. I feel like especially with that Chiefs game, I feel like they could have done a bit more than what they did.
And I that's part of the reason is I think they can do more. It's just doing what you need to win, and only I almost view it as saving it for later in the season. But
I guess
they're I feel like they're dominant when they need to be dominant. They just don't feel the need to be dominant all game.
All game, yeah.
But I have a hard time. I mean, again, you're Super Bowl champs last year. You come out and you start 2-0 and you don't look bad. Okay. You're just not as dominant as you were last year. At the end of last year, which again it's early season. So I'm still gonna give it to the Eagles, but they're not going to be my number 1, and I fear we have the same number 1.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I mean, I think there's lots of room for debate to who it could be, but I think the consensus at the moment is Bills at 1.
I don't think I need to explain why they're number 1.
I mean, dominant win over the Jets.
Come back against the Ravens.
Yes. I was still hesitant to put them at 1 because of the Ravens game, because of how their defense looked early in that game. I still have a lot of concerns about their run defense.
Week 1. So.
True, but again, that's a concerning sight out the gate. But again, I still have them at number 1 because they're a really good team. So that is power rankings.
Yes.
And
that should be everything.
That is all we have as we're 2 weeks through. Season's still kind of ramping up. Everything. We're still trying to get the picture. But it's interesting to see how things are going to unfold as things go on. So,
yes.
Thank you, though, for joining us. This has been the Week 2 recap. And I look forward to seeing you for next week's preview.
See ya.
Bye.